Welcome back to the MCG, where the Crows have arrived in Melbourne for tomorrow night's a big knockout final against the Hawks. Tom Rehn has joined me. Tommy, they've made just the one change.
Yeah, Rory Atkins comes out of the side, Treaders, and they've brought in Jared Lyons, so it feels like they're going for more experience and the bigger body.
Yeah, absolutely. Lyons was probably unlucky a fortnight ago. Atkins didn't perform last week. Young kid, maybe a little bit jumpy in the stage, and Scott Camporelli's pulled the trigger and made a tough call. What
about Patrick Dangerfield, Treaders? We reported yesterday he went off with that knock at training. He didn't do anything today. Does that concern you? Is there any danger he might not be there?
Well, as a player, you want to do the last training session because you know you're going to fly to Melbourne. There's a big final on the end of it. You get a good feeling. You want a bit of touch before the game. But in saying that, we revealed last night he was sore. So that's a smart move by Adelaide. I just can't see him missing this game. We've seen how he's played his whole season in this final series. He's combative, he cracks in, and he'll play no matter what tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think you're right. Wild horses couldn't keep him away. As for his future, Treaders, Gillon McLachlan, the AFL chief, was quizzed about it. His response was quite interesting. Let's have a listen when he was asked about his future.
Do you know where Patrick Dangerfield is playing next year?
I think I don't.
If you have to lie, you can lie.
I don't lie. I am going to be really clear. There's a whole series of things that I know at various points that are not appropriate for me to talk about. And I don't think on that one specifically, I think that people have different views. But until the day that actually something happens, I don't think you can ever be certain.
Not sure what to read out of that, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't get anything. Yeah, it was just jumping around on a hot tin roof, I think.
Confusing, but he's put it aside all year, Treaders. He's managed to just put away those distractions and play great footy, and his coach, Scott Camporelli, thinks he'll do the same again tomorrow night.
He's been outstanding all year, Danger, and let's hope he plays well tomorrow night.
The unsociable Hawks are likely to target any perceived vulnerability, and Camporelli says bring it on.
Our group, we won't be backing down to anything that Hawthorn throw at us, and it's a final and it's cutthroat, so we expect it, and hopefully we can dish a bit back.
The Hawks lost some lustre after their meek effort against West Coast, but the Crows coach won't be copying the Eagles' playbook.
You can fall into a trap if you start watching opposition teams and trying to pick things out that they've done really well, because it's hard to implement. So we'll be backing our systems in to get the job done.
The public backlash after Hawthorn's qualifying final loss highlights just how quickly things can change in football.
It was only 6 weeks ago that everyone was saying we're unbeatable. All of a sudden everyone's fallen off. If any group's entitled to have an off day, it's probably this group.
Clarkson also shrugging off the loss of 53-goal forward Jack Gunston.
We've had that right throughout the journey of our club. You know, we lost Ruffy for a couple of games through that scare, and you know, managed to beat Fremantle by 12 goals.
Well, Treaders, let's have a look at the Hawks side. A couple of changes. Jack Gunston, we know, unfortunately out for them with that ankle injury, and Langford has been dropped. They bring back Hartung and Schoenmakers. Your thoughts on those two changes?
Well, Schoenmakers can play forward. He's proved it all year. He can also play back. But the one thing I find interesting, Langford tagger out tells me they're not going to tag Dangerfield, and Hartug's a runner. So I think the Hawks are going to go for a shootout on this one.
Well, given all of that, Treaders, it's going to be heaving in 24 hours' time. We'll be here again doing the news tomorrow night. Who do you think will win, though, the two big games?
I don't think you'll be happy. I tipped Adelaide last week. I've gone with the Hawks this week.
Treaders.
Like Alistair Clarkson, I think they are angry. I think they're looking for a bit of redemption. And I'm picking North Melbourne up in Sydney. Thanks, Rennie. We'll catch you tomorrow.